Good afternoon, I'm Charlotte Alter, and I'm joined here today by the three women behind the Time Studios documentary, Gabby Giffords Won't Back Down. Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords and filmmakers Julie Cohen and Betsy West. This conversation is obviously especially important given the tragic events of the last few weeks, so I'm really excited to hear from you all. Let's start with you, Gabby. How are you feeling about the tragedy in Uvalde?
I'm sad. I'm sad, I'm sad, I'm sad. Too much guns, too much guns.
I think a lot of people agree with you on that. Betsy, why do you think gun violence is such an intractable problem?
Wow. Thanks, Charlotte. You know, it is really, it's very hard to understand why this has just continued on and on and on, and certainly this recent spate of violence was particularly shocking. You know, Americans, I think as President Obama says in our film, he explains Americans have a unique relationship with their guns and come to represent something that you know, necessarily isn't true. And this is an issue that Gabby has taken on with just so much fervor, and certainly in the 10 years between the time that she started her organization against gun violence, and now there have been actually some advances, especially in state laws, that are encouraging. I mean, there wasn't an anti-gun violence movement really before Newtown, and Gabby is part of a big movement that's doing its best right now in Congress to see if they can't make some changes on the federal level.
Julie, what do you think needs to change to fully address this problem?
Yeah, you know, fully address is maybe more ambitious than I think a lot of us are ready to be. Even Gabby Giffords, the literally most optimistic person we have ever met in our entire lives, doesn't, you know, I haven't heard you make the argument that the problem of gun violence in our country is going to be 100% addressed. The idea is incremental change and hopefully some ability to negotiate. This week, the House is quite likely to pass some gun violence prevention legislation. The Senate is the bigger barrier. The issue in recent years, the fight that you've been having has been to get to the 60, to get past a potential filibuster. With some of the horrors that we've all seen over the past couple weeks, you know, perhaps there's a chance of getting to 60. I mean, you're the optimist.
Yes.
You think
Yes.
some optimism?
Yes.
So Gabby, on that note, I mean, do you ever want to give up your work to address gun violence?
No way, Jose. Moving forward, no, that.